Hey, how's it going guys? Just myself back for another video. Today I'm going to talk about game changer games, but before I do that, what I'm going to do is just do a quick few shout outs and a few thanks. So please, it will only take a minute, so please just bear with me. So just a big thanks to some people who have gave me shout outs recently: Retro Bear, Geordie Slasher, Retro Red Steve, Generation Pixel. Just can't remember who else. I'm sorry if I've forgotten you, but thanks to everybody so far. I'm going to do the same. I'm going to do a couple of shout outs, and I didn't think I was big enough to do shout outs. That's why I haven't done any so far yet, right? But Svalbaz Games, he's on 28 subs. He needs more. He needs a wee bit of help, guys. He's a good guy. He does Master System Challenge. He does some Pokemon stuff. He does various videos for old games, which, you know, is worth checking out. Definitely give him a sub. SolutionXero, he's been involved in the Master System Challenge, and yeah, he's just starting to put out retro games content. He's put up his introduction the other day there, so go and check him out, give him a sub. Retro and Import Gamer UK, he's on 35 subs, and he needs more, basically. Well, he's one of these guys that's done a lot of interesting videos lately. He done retro joysticks. He done the Master System cards introduction. He done various import gamer stuff, basically. So yeah, he's only on 35 subs, and he's just a presence on the channel. So give him a sub. Last guy I'll mention is RetroRewind. He's on 53 subs. He's been involved in the Master System Challenge. He's a Master System collector like myself. And yeah, he's starting to put out some good content, so give him a look. So yeah, that's it. Sorry, that's all the shout outs and the subs done. I'll get on with what I'm going to talk about today. So I wanted to talk about what's your game changer games. And what do I mean by game changer games? Well, everybody I think has got maybe those couple of big games in their life that came along at just the right time. They influenced how you thought about games, and maybe changed everything about how you thought about games. Maybe after playing this certain game, this with this feature, or this, you know, the way it looked or whatever, you just thought you could never go back to anything less than that. You know, being retro gamers, I know that's a difficult concept, but we've all probably felt like that at times, you know. So yeah, I'm going to talk about my game changer game, or one of them anyway, and it may surprise people because it's actually a PC game. So in about 1998 was when I got my first PC. It was in between the stage of I had a PlayStation 1, and then I went and basically put down, I think, 600 quid on a PC at the time, which was a cheap PC at the time, but it was a good enough PC at the time to get me playing 3D games. I picked up a 3DFX Voodoo 2 graphics card, and I put that bad boy in. And the first game that I bought, well, not the first game, the first fully 3D hardware accelerated 3D game that I bought was a game called Unreal. Now, everybody's probably heard of Unreal Tournament, but maybe people haven't heard of Unreal, which is the game that started it all. So it's like it's a sci-fi shooter, basically. And what set it apart for me was the fact that you're a prisoner on this ship at the start of the game, and you go out into this world. You break out of the ship, and the first thing that you encounter is this huge, sprawling outdoor scene where there's valley in the distance, there's water down on the ground, there's another, you know, there's things in the horizon, places that you can actually get to, unlike previous games. And, you know, there's kind of set cinematic pieces in the games, the enemies set up traps for you and everything, and it's just an absolutely superb game. It's one of those games that I think is underappreciated, but I remember seeing this so clearly for the first time and thinking, I'm never going to see graphics as good as this. This is never going to be beaten. Surely not. It was just the way that they had reflections in the water. They had the water with fish in it and everything, you know, and and they had flies flying around and stuff like that. It's the first time I've ever seen such detail in a 3D world, and I'd played stuff before like Quake and Quake 2 even, which were 3D shooters, but they were always indoor shooters. They were always in corridors, they were inside buildings. They never gave you the freedom to actually go out into the world and see the world around you, which Unreal did in a linear kind of way at the time obviously, but it felt as if it was vast. It felt as if there was actual exploration to be done, and it just absolutely captured me. I was hooked in that game. I played it for hours on end. It was also at the time the first time that I got involved in online play as well, so the game had a very early kind of deathmatch experience that was built into the game. You do team deathmatch. Never had capture the flag, but somebody added that with a mod. But you could actually join up a lobby and meet people in the lobby, and it came with this little client as well, a GameSpy-like client where you could connect to and chat with people as well. So it really opened up a number of different doors to me in the graphics department first of all, and then in the music in the game is absolutely immense as well. I'm going to put some cutscenes of the game in this video, but it's just an absolute immense experience that lives up to the name Unreal, and I think it said in the back of the box, alter your reality forever, and it really did for me, because I kind of measure everything by that game now. My 3D sci-fi shooters, I think, yep, Unreal did that back then, you know. Unreal did that 20 years ago. That's how good it was, and it seems to be underappreciated, which I think is a real shame. But yeah, that brings me on to the next part of why I think it's an amazing game. The modding community and the mapping community that sprung up from it as well. I'm one of these guys, I like the idea of being able to make things. I naturally think of myself as a creative person, but I'd never had any way to do it that was easy enough for me. And, you know, everything just felt really difficult, but Unreal came bundled on the CD itself with an editor that allowed you to open up the game as it was, see the actual maps, how they were made within the game, and then you could go off and either modify the map yourself or you could create your own brand new map. And I ended up doing this. It was a project that took me umpteen years to complete. I started it I think in 2008, but that gives you an indication of, no, I started it in the year 2000, sorry, and I completed it in 2008, so that shows you how long I've actually been playing this game for. Obviously I'm playing other things in between as well, but absolutely hooked into it. The actual building of the maps and the levels and the level design is something that really inspired me at one point. I just wanted to actually create my own map pack and my own story within the game, and I called it Unreal Forgotten. And the reason I called it Unreal Forgotten was that basically what happened was I started working it in 2000, kept working to about 2002, and then lost the zip disk that it was stored on, and I found it again in 2008 or something like that, and decided to finish it. So it was forgotten for a long time, so I called it Unreal Forgotten. And it was quite funny though, because I released it on the kind of only Unreal site that's out there, unrealsp.org, and somebody reviewed it on there and I think they gave it like 70% or something like that. But people actually started playing it, and I got a real kick out of the feedback that was coming back about the game, and I thought, yeah, I could fix this, I could fix that. And I ended up tweaking it all the way to like 2011 or something like that, you know, just to try and get it right. So it's a, you know, enough about my map pack. My map pack was alright, but the game itself was absolutely superb. I enjoyed all the aspects of it, and that is why that for me, Unreal, even though Unreal Tournament is probably better remembered by some people and most people, and I played a fair bit of Unreal Tournament myself, Unreal itself, the original game, will always be one of my game changer games. That's it, guys. Yeah, thanks again for watching. If you want to do a VR, that would be awesome. If you don't want to do that, just leave a comment. That's absolutely fine. I'm happy to read your comments and you know, reply to you all. So that's it, guys. Thanks very much. See you again, alright?